I can literally smell the new beginnings, turning points, the good luck coming in, the final, like, breaking of chains, the generational curses ending. I can literally smell it all in the air. I smell all of it. And I'll pull some tarot about it. If anyone is curious about my cigar box full of tarot cards, I got this random weird feeling like toward the end of 2023 that I just needed to like put all of my tarot in a box together, or at least like anybody. Oh, we got some lovers coming out. Anyway, sorry, but I got this random feeling that I just needed to put all my tarot, or at least like similarly shaped cards or sized cards, in a box together, because like, I don't know, they all, I guess, represented a piece of me, and I wanted to read with my whole self whenever I read, so I guess that's what I'm doing now. I will say it has been working for me. I have liked it, and I keep adding more and more and more, and I even had a friend the other day. It's actually the friend that gave me this cigar box years ago. Shout out to Ethan. I showed him how many cards I had in here, and he was like, you know, there's a new deck of tarot cards that's supposed to be coming out that's like with this podcast that we both like, and he was like, I really hope they drop it soon, because wouldn't it just be so funny if I got you that deck of tarot cards, because you have the perfect amount of space left at the top that it could fit into. So, you know. Y'all, the Lovers has come out again. 2 different tarot decks right together, and when it just flipped out this time, it flipped out and landed right next to where the original landed. I wish I was recording that whenever that happened. So the key message today is that setting intention is great until it's not. Sometimes you can have too much intention on something that you put too much of the wrong energy into it, where if you would have just set the intention and then left it alone, the right energy would have come along. I will also say I typically do not do just love readings. I will mention love sometimes on here because it's for the general public. It's for whoever it resonates with and whoever it aligns with. There's no way that every single person that watches this video is going to resonate and feel accurate about the reading, but this today is very much a love reading, but also very introspective. It's about how you are on the self-love journey, where you are on the self-love journey, and also where someone else is on the self-love journey, and how that is now combining and coming into one self-love journey between 2 people. So, like I said, we did have the Lovers come out twice. Oop, let me not show their little booties. But we did have the Lovers come out twice, and so this is obviously a big indicator of love reading. But it's not your typical, like, romance, like, oh, you meet somebody and fall in love kind of love reading. I'm gonna put this one down. But this person would have been somebody that you met and immediately, like, got a taste of what love with them could have been like very quickly. But then, for whatever reason, something went wrong, and you feel like they left you out in the cold. And so the truth of the matter is that they did not necessarily leave you out in the cold, they put themselves in the cold. This was a self-deprecating. This was a self-deprecating curve on their part. They saw themselves as the problem and tried to pull away. No matter how much they blamed you, or no matter how much it seemed like their aggression was at you, their aggression was at themselves. And it's because they're actually very afraid of who they are on the inside. And so with this reading, it's very much pointing out that you triggered something in this person, and that can be a very good thing or a very bad thing. But it also seems like they probably triggered something in you. I'm really trying, like, I promise these cards came out and fell out on their own, and I'm trying too hard not to make them about a situation I'm going through. So we're going to just talk about whoever this resonates with. So I'm going to try and give very little detail, but also a lot of detail. But whatever the situation was, it is something that did trigger a lot of emotion within you. And the problem became that emotion tried spilling out way too quickly, and so you got scared as well, and so you tried to bottle up that emotion and keep it locked away. But the problem was that this emotion that was being let out, it was meant to be let out. It was meant to come out because it was stuff that you were holding on to for years, that there was no way for you just to realize that you had been holding on to it. You were in a place that you were ready to let it go, but you needed some type of stimulation, some type of spark, something to get that process started. It wasn't something you were going to actually eventually figure out on your own because of how tightly it was packed away and how deep it was buried within yourself. And all of these emotions that you have been putting away, this person, it seems like you triggered this within them, they triggered it within you, or both. It made all of those emotions go center stage. So right along the time that they were having all these positive feelings for you, or you were having all these positive feelings for them, you also had all the old negative shit that needed to get pulled up too. And and it came up. And unfortunately, that was a lot to try and balance. It was a lot to try and balance. And so now you're sort of in this place where it's like, am I out in the cold? What am I waiting on? What am I doing? And the truth is that you are waiting for a tower moment to happen. And it did. And now it's over. And now it's done. See, the tower moment in this specific situation was very different. It wasn't like an all of a sudden strike. It was like a slow fall, like a slow crumble, like a volcano eruption. Like it happened, and then the aftermath is what was the hard part to go through. But it was all necessary for your growth. And now to get to the part back wrapped around to the love reading. For some of you, you may be a little struggling a little bit to pin this person down in your head and see like where they exist in your brain or in your soul or wherever it is that you are trying to categorize them, because you don't get Emperor vibe from them, but you also don't get the devil from them. You don't see them as somebody that is bad and necessarily evil or inherently malicious, but you also don't see them as somebody that is their best selves. And so you're wondering, well, where does that put me? Where do I fall? And the thing is that this situation, no matter what, was good for you. It gave you the final things that you needed to succeed and to become the best version of yourself. And in a way, it also did the same thing for this other person. And so for a lot of you, I do see that there's a very good chance that you two will come back together and that you two will grow together and that you are meant to reach that Emperor energy together. It was meant to be a strike and then like a trigger and then oh, okay, this is what I need to do moving forward. But for some of you, that may not happen, and that's okay, because this was meant to happen for you and for them. And at the end of the day, you're both meant to walk away the best versions of yourself, whether that's together or not. But I do feel like for a lot of you, there's a very good chance it will be together. Again, if this message aligns with you, it will find you, and if it doesn't, keep scrolling. It costs $0. $0 to mind your own business. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can go to my Etsy store, Mage Farms. Thanks so much and have an awesome day.